everybody. Welcome back to another episode of Matt's Stats with a very special guest, Brandon McBride. Thank you so much for joining the show.
Yeah, I'm super excited. Thanks for having me, Matt.
Really fun stuff today. I did my bracket prediction in the first episode.
Yep.
We're going to fill that bracket out today, and Brandon's going to give his takes. We're going to compare and contrast. We're going to have some fun. We're going to banter.
Yeah.
We're going to agree. We're going to disagree. Let's get it going. All right, so we'll pop mine up right here. Let's take a look. I got the Eastern Conference I'm going to start with. Let's run it down. 1 versus 8. Milwaukee, Atlanta. Trae Young's going to have a great year, take his team to the playoffs, but not enough to beat the Milwaukee Bucks. Giannis will overrun them. Milwaukee in that first matchup. Second matchup, Brooklyn versus Toronto. I love me some Kyrie Irving, but I don't think he has enough help. So I have the finals champions of last year winning that series, advancing to the next round.
Okay.
Toronto.
Okay.
Next matchup, I have Boston, Indiana, 3 versus 6. Boston has too much. Boston has more star power. They're a better team. They're going to beat Indiana.
I love Brad Stevens.
Brad Stevens, coach.
Kemba Walker.
Awesome.
It'll be good. Okay.
Yeah, it's going to be great. Kemba's first time in the playoffs. I think he'll do it. He's going to do good. 76ers versus Miami, 2 versus 7. Jimmy Butler and the Heat, they're going to have some ups and downs. I think more downs than ups, but enough to make the playoffs. But they will not. They might get swept. Ben Simmons, Joel Embiid, they're too much. Sixers advancing that one.
Okay.
Moving on, next round, Milwaukee versus Toronto. The year of the rematch. I have a lot of rematches in this bracket.
Okay.
I see Milwaukee getting their revenge over
Giannis Antetokounmpo,
Antetokounmpo, yeah.
Antetokounmpo, I love saying that.
He's got to win. The Bucks, they need him to win. They're dying for him to stay. Shout out to my boy Damo for those Bucks. I have the Bucks advancing to conference finals. Boston versus 76ers, another heated rivalry. I don't see Boston standing a chance. The Sixers are too big. They stole Horford. They're tough.
Horford that's a big steal for them. I feel like they've got the Sixers have a lot of size, right?
That was the last piece I think they needed to complete the process.
Yeah. So I think
we've been talking about it since junior high, but the process is on. It's almost there.
That's true.
All right, so moving on to conference finals, we got the Bucks versus the Sixers. I have the 76ers beating the Bucks, sending Giannis home one more time. I'm sorry, Giannis, but until you get a reliable jump shot like Kobe, you're not. I'm sorry, I don't see it happening.
Yeah, you need a jumper in the league right now.
76ers advancing to the finals in the Eastern Conference. Let's go over to the West, as we said. The more fun, more intense, way harder to think. I was stressing out filling this out.
Hey, me too.
It's crazy. I have Denver versus San Antonio. Another rematch. Went 7 games last year. Denver 1-7. I see deja vu. I see Denver winning again in a deep series, 6 or 7 games.
Wow.
Spurs have Murray back, great defender. Denver added Jeremy Grant, Michael Porter, Joker. They're tough. Denver advancing that round.
Okay.
The 4 versus 5, in my first episode, I said epic matchup, and it will be crazy. It'd be the first series, actually, to be every game's a home team. Every game is a home game for both teams. It'd be crazy. Season ticket holders would go nuts. I don't even know how that'd work. NBA, Adam Silver might not let that happen. So.
Yeah, seriously.
But I see
triple
LeBron
the amount,
James is going to have something to say to Kawhi Leonard. He's not ready to give that throne up yet. I have the Lakers advancing against the Clippers and knocking them out in a shocker of a first-round crazy series.
Epic. That's like a finals matchup right there.
Finals in the first round. I kind of don't want that, but we'll see. It's called the way too early for a reason.
That's okay.
We'll have an evaluation mid-season.
Sounds good.
3 versus 6, I have Utah Jazz, our very own, versus the Portland Trail Blazers. Portland made the conference finals last year. They were solid, but the Jazz had some key additions that they needed. Mike Conley, Bogdanovich, Jeff Green. We're solid. We're deep. Jazz advancing in that matchup. 2 versus 7, Golden State versus Houston. Like I said, the stat addicts and the MVPs and James Harden and Russ, they'll have a lot of shining moments during the season. However, I said in the first episode, it's not going to work come playoff time. And my man Clay, the other Splash brother, he's coming back in March.
He's got him coming back in March. I don't think he's coming back, folks.
Boy, he was going to play. He made his free throws. He was going to play in that finals game with a torn ACL. You give him 9 months, he's coming back.
He didn't know he had a torn ACL. In my bracket, I don't even have Golden State making the playoffs. I don't.
That's craziness. We're going to get to that in a minute.
Is that blasphemy?
Blasphemy, as Stephen A. would say.
That is blasphemous. That is blasphemous.
Yes, right. Exactly. So I have Golden State upsetting Houston. Actually, not really an upset. They've knocked them out 4 of the last 5 times.
Yeah.
So, sorry, Houston. Get used to it again. Houston knocked out by Golden State.
Okay.
Moving on. Golden State versus Utah. I see the Jazz beating the Warriors. The Jazz are deep. We're tough. I think we're going to be able to outstand the Warriors this year and end the dynasty 5 years in a row of making the finals.
Okay.
Hopefully it'll be a great season.
It'd be great.
In the other matchup, I have the Lakers versus Denver. Denver's tough, but they don't have enough. LeBron James is going to power his way through to the conference finals.
You can see 23 repping it.
There
Love
you
it.
go.
Love me some
LeBron.
LeBron. Okay.
LeBron James.
LeBron James.
LeBron James.
Moving on, conference finals. We got the Lakers versus the Jazz. That would be such a fun rivalry. My goodness, we'd have to catch a game here.
We'd have to go to a few games for sure. For sure.
And LeBron doesn't win in Utah. Fun math stat for you here. LeBron has not won a game in Utah since 2011. He himself said, I suck here. I don't win games here. We need to fix that. That's LeBron James, people, not me. So I'm taking our Utah Jazz to advance the conference finals, dethrone the king.
Wow.
And I love it. So we got the Jazz Sixers in the finals for the Larry O'Brien Trophy. Amazing rivalries here. We got Donovan versus Ben Simmons.
What do you got
Forget a
winning
Rookie
this?
of the Year. We're going to take home the Larry O'Brien Trophy. We have the better center. Rudy's better than Joel Embiid.
Okay.
I got the Jazz taking home the Larry O'Brien
Whoa.
Trophy.
Hey, look at us. Look at us. Huh? Who would have thought? Not me.
Oh,
He called me a homer, but this is our year, baby.
Homer Simpson.
25
Right there.
years of
That's
my
what we
life.
have.
We need a title, baby. We're going Jazz.
Good Homer Simpson. All right.
But yeah, so
Okay.
there's a look at my bracket. Jazz beating the Sixers. Let's move on, Brandon. Take it away.
I'll
Let's see yours.
I'll go quickly through. I'm going to start on the East. Eastern Conference isn't as fun as the Western Conference, so we'll start with East. I have the Milwaukee Bucks initially playing the Brooklyn Nets. I have the Bucks winning that.
Brooklyn's New York.
That works for me, right? I've got the Bucks winning pretty quickly there. I love me some Kyrie Irving. He had an excellent shot in the 2016 finals,
I
but
love some Kyrie. But
for sure,
not
I've got Giannis Antetokounmpo winning that series. I can see that being a sweep, to be frank.
yeah,
So
next
we'll
year they
see.
have KD, different story, but not this year.
For sure. My next round, my 4 or 5, I've got the Raptors and the Pacers. Really, I've got the defending champions winning that. I think they got Drake with his 2 rings.
You got some really big rings.
I got a really big team, and they need some really big rings.
I've got the Raptors defending their championship and advancing to the next round. Victor Oladipo had that horrendous injury. I think he's going to be excellent, but I feel like the Raptors got enough firepower. Boston, Miami. I love me some Jimmy buckets, but with Boston, Brad Stevens, Kemba Walker, Gordon Hayward, Tatum, Jaylen Brown, they're loaded. They still got a lot of great players still, so I've got them advancing quickly. Pistons, I feel like are going to be the 7th seed playing against the Sixers.
D Rose.
So I got some D Rose.
Luke
I've got
Kennard, my most improved player.
Kennard, and we've got Blake Griffin. I'm not a huge Blake Griffin fan. Anyways, I've got the Sixers. That's probably going to be a 4-1 series.
Maybe a
Sixers,
sweep.
maybe a sweep, maybe a sweep. So the Ben Simmons, he's the prince. He's the heir of LeBron. You know, you've got Tobias Harris. They've got a massive lineup. So I've got them advancing pretty quick. Boston versus Sixers. Boston's great. The Sixers are great. I am going with the Sixers. I feel like it's the Sixers' year. They're going to advance. Too much.
Horford.
Stole Horford. They don't have Kyrie. Kemba's great, but he's not as talented as Kyrie, so I've got the Sixers advancing. Probably a 4-2 series there. Bucks and the Raptors. I'm going with Antetokounmpo.
Antetokounmpo. The Greek freak.
The Greek freaks.
The MVP.
He can't shoot yet, but he did add some shooters. He's got Lopez, and he's got Kyle Korver.
Yeah, he added Kyle Korver, got a couple shooters.
So I think that'll be excellent. So this is my fun matchup that I'm excited to see. Antetokounmpo versus Ben Simmons, Embiid, and the crew. And I am going with the Sixers. Me and Matt agreed on this
I
one.
like it. I'm with him on that. They have more shooters. They're bigger. They're stronger. Better D.
Yes. The
Six
big
all the way.
thing for them, I feel like that killer 4-bounce shot we'll have to throw it on the screen here from
gosh,
Kawhi
watch
Leonard.
that. Wow, wasn't that one of the craziest shots in NBA history? The only Game 7 buzzer beater to advance a team to the next round.
I didn't know that. So crazy. And the guy doesn't talk, so it's weird.
Hey.
All right, heading over to the Western Conference. I'm excited about this because I think me and Matt disagree here. So my 1 and 8 seed, I have Denver versus Dallas, and I threw Dallas in there. I'm excited to kind of see Doncic and the unicorn, but I do feel like Denver is going to advance there. Last year, not making it to where they wanted to be. They've got a lot of skill players, so I've got them advancing. Number 4-5 seed, I've got Utah playing Houston. The reason I've got Utah advancing is I feel like Harden runs himself into the ground. Dribble all regular season. I think him and Russ are going to butt heads a little bit. I've
As
got
Colin
Utah.
Cowherd says, only one ball, right?
Only one ball.
There's only one ball. It's
Aren't-
tough with those two together.
You would know this with your Matt stats. Weren't both of those players a number 1 and number 2 in usage rate last
Usage
year?
rate and field goal attempts.
Yeah.
They both had the most missed shots last year, so it's going to be hard to carry one ball.
Yeah, that'll be challenging. My 3-6, I've got Portland playing my boys, the Lakers, and I've got LeBron advancing. I love me some Dame time, but I love me some LeBron in the brow. Just a little bit more.
They're best duo in the NBA.
Best duo in the NBA, too much firepower. My 2-6, I've got the Clippers playing the Spurs. The Spurs have an excellent roster. They've got the best coach of all time. But unfortunately, Kawhi Leonard, if you've been watching the last 2 games, they look kind of unstoppable and there's no PG yet. Paul George is going to be coming back.
Scary.
It's going to be scary.
It's crazy.
With my Lakers and Clippers, I am a big Laker fan. But I'm going with the Clippers, unfortunately. I feel like Lou Williams, Montrezl Harrell, too much firepower. They've got a bench. They're deep. They've got a better coach. Kawhi Leonard, he's playing like the best player in the league right now. I'm a big LeBron fan, but he is playing like the best player in the league right now. And doesn't talk, so he's like a weird, dynamic, right?
Hey.
So I've got the Clippers advancing, Utah advancing, playing the Denver Nuggets. I've got Utah. I feel like adding Mike Conley. I feel like adding Bogdanovic. Bear with me, Boyan, because I may be pronouncing your name wrong.
Boyan, Bogey, we give him a bunch of nicknames. It's good.
So I have Utah and the Clippers, and I have the Clippers advancing. Too much scoring, too much knowledge.
I hate to see it, but I see why you say that.
So a ton of skill guys on that side. Lou Williams, I think he's the X factor. Doc Rivers, I think they just got a lot of people that can put the ball in the hoop.
Yeah.
And they
absolutely.
play defense. Patrick Beverly, excellent defensive team. I've got the Clippers winning the 2020 NBA Finals.
Yeah, they're excellent. It's hard to disagree with you there. I got to be a homer though. It's way too early for a reason. We got to have some hope.
This has been fun.
We'll see how it goes. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining. Let's take a look one more time at these brackets.
Yep.
I like it. I love it. It's going to be a lot of fun here. We'll have some mid-season evaluation, like we said. Thank you so much. One more time. Let's bring it back to our guest, Brandon McBride.
Hey.
Thank you so much for joining the show.
Hey, it was awesome. Thanks for having me.